Hello, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to a beautiful spring evening for some baseball. The Cincinnati Reds come to visit the Chicago Cubs at Wrigley. Both teams are at 4-2 this season, locked in a dead heat tie for first. Only 6 games in the season, though. There's still 156 left. So Mike Leake comes to visit Jake Arrieta. Leake and Arrieta had almost polar opposite games in their first outings. Leake only lasted 5 1/3 with a 6.75 ERA, while Arrieta went all 9. He went the distance, only gave up 1 run with 9 strikeouts and 1 walk, while Leake had only 2 strikeouts and 4 walks. Leake did not have as good command there. And as you can see, both starting lineups, there are definitely a few guys slumping on each side, but there are also some guys who are really tearing the cover off the ball for both sides. So some roster moves that the Cubs made. We did send Matt Caesar down to the minor leagues, and we did send Chris Coghlan down to the minor leagues. However, we have purchased the contract of Chris Denorfia from AAA, and we have signed Tyler Colvin, so I actually completely remade this franchise. I was only, like a week in or so in the initial franchise, so I made this franchise with the OSFM rosters because I wanted to have the OSFM rosters and the full minor league prospects in case I wanted to carry this into a 2016 season if I don't win the World Series this year. So I have the OSFM rosters in this, and I like having the versatility of prospects, and also with Tyler Colvin out there, former Cub, former first-round draft pick of the Cubs, I felt that I needed to take Tyler Colvin, and he is better than Chris Denorfia and Chris Coghlan, so he's probably going to be in a platoon with Chris Denorfia out in left field. So let's get back to the game. We missed a huge opportunity in the first inning with 2 men on, with no one out, and that didn't happen. So now bottom of the second, the Reds are making us pay. They have 2 men on, just like we did, except this is going to drive in 2 runs, and Jake Arrieta into a little bit of early trouble as he gives up the 2-run lead. Now Billy Hamilton up in the top of the 3rd inning, 2-2 count. Jake Arrieta sets him down with the cutter. The left-hander Hamilton down for the 2nd time today on strikes. Now Joey Votto with a man at first. Votto takes it, and it looks like it's going to be a routine double play. Oh, right off the glove of Jake Arrieta. Can't make the play. That is going to be an E1. Now Todd Frazier up. Todd Frazier down with the cutter. Jake Arrieta has had great control of his pitches tonight. So now men at the corners with only 1 out for Jorge Soler. Jorge Soler takes a cutter there. 0-1 count. Mike Leake still pitching. 33 pitches. Now this one is a high pitch. That is going to get past the catcher, Mesoraco, and the pretty slow Jake Arrieta is going to come home, and he's going to get tagged out on the way. He's not that slow in real life. They only have a 6 speed for him, and he deserves more than a 6 speed. So I also made a few changes to the OSFM rosters because I think some of the OSFM roster stats are bullshit. Like Kyle Hendricks being a 65 overall or something. Kyle Hendricks is significantly better than they rank him in the OSFM rosters. And he proved that last year. He had a sub 2 ERA if I'm not mistaken. And if he did have an ERA above 2, it wasn't much higher than 2. So I really think that they did gyp Kyle Hendricks there. So now strikeout to Anthony Rizzo. Now Starlin Castro, back-to-back strikeouts for the Cubs as Rizzo and Castro both go down. Now Mike Leake hitting in the top of the 5th, 0-2 count. Jake Arrieta gives him a fastball at the eyes, and Leake can't resist. Now Jorge Soler up again with a man at second base who reached on an error that's not Anthony Rizzo, that's Dexter Fowler at second base. Jorge Soler drives this one back up the middle. That is going to bring Fowler around third. Jorge Soler is rounding first, and he is going to get caught in a rundown between first and second, and he's just going to get tagged out harmlessly by the shortstop, Zach Cozart. Now Jay Bruce up with a man at first. Bruce goes down on strikes. Really swinging hard there. Now it's Marlon Byrd, who also goes down on strikes. Jake Arrieta has just been absolutely dominant in commanding the strike zone tonight. So now Tommy La Stella up. That one is high and deep to left field. That one is carrying. That one is gone. Jake Arrieta. No, not Jake Arrieta. Tommy La Stella barely sneaks that one into the basket in left field. That was a very shallow home run. Only 358 to left field. But Tommy La Stella, 358 still works. So now that brings up Mike Olt, who's going to take one deep to right field. That one is long. No, that's not gone. That is caught right at the edge of the warning track by Jay Bruce out there in right field. So now Phil Koch comes into this game with a runner on base, on second base actually, after Edwin Jackson gives up a double to Jay Bruce. No, not Jay Bruce, Brandon Phillips. And now Phil Koch with 2 outs in the inning. Brandon Phillips at third. Jay Bruce comes in, knocks in the run. not what you want to see for the Cubs as they lose the tie here. J.J. Hoover, the setup man, coming in, who's been pretty solid in 3 innings of relief. So he's got 3-2 count to Anthony Rizzo, 2 outs, bottom of the 8th inning. Anthony Rizzo has had a very good at-bat, and he gets a rip into right field. That is a base knock for Anthony Rizzo. Really what he needs is try to break out of this slump. So now Starlin Castro comes up now, and a little bit of first pitch swinging for Starlin Castro, and he has himself a single. So there are 2 men on now, with 2 men out in the bottom of the 8th inning. The Cubs are down a run. Former top prospect Tyler Colvin comes back into the organization, and he's going to have a key at bat here. Tyler Colvin with a nice rip there, but rips it foul. Curveball from Mike Leake. Still a great rip from Tyler Colvin, who was once one of the Cubs' best prospects before being dealt for Ian Stewart in a deal I really think was a bad deal, but this one goes deep into the right field corner, and that one is going to go all the way to the wall. That is going to plate Anthony Rizzo. Starlin Castro coming around third. Starlin Castro is going to score. Tyler Colvin is into third with an RBI triple. Tyler Colvin, in one of his first games back to the organization, has a huge 2 RBI triple to really change the entire tide of this game. He really just snuck it right into the right field corner. That was a pro-placed shot, and Tyler Colvin has just changed the entire dynamic of this game. Now Miguel Montero comes up. Miguel Montero rips this one into shallow right field. That is going to score Tyler Colvin, and that is a 2-run lead for the Cubs, and Hector Rondon coming in the 9th inning. He does have 36 ERA, but he only has 1 inning pitched, so he has had a little bit of poor luck. So he's going to come in, he's going to strike out Devin Mesoraco to start his night. And Hector Rondon facing backup catcher Brian Pena with 2 outs in the 9th inning. 0-1 count. Brian Pena rips this one deep to center field, but that's not going to be deep enough. Dexter Fowler is camped under it, and he squeezes for out number 3, and the Cubs take this one in Chicago. Phil Koch is going to get the win. Hector Rondon is going to get the save, and Tyler Colvin. Wow, Tyler Colvin with one of the most clutch pieces of hitting that I have seen in quite a while. Anthony Rizzo, though, also had a huge clutch piece of hitting, as did Starlin Castro. All 3 hits came with 2 outs in the 8th inning, not the 9th inning. And what an amazing sequence for the Cubs to come back and win this one late. Brian Price and company not happy about that. And there you took a look at the final box score. The Cubs score 5 runs on 12 hits, while Cincinnati only gets 3 runs on 8 hits. The Cubs did have 2 errors. We're having a lot of problems with errors this season. So Tyler Colvin obviously wins player of the game. And so I want to thank you guys for watching. If you did enjoy, as always, I encourage you to leave a like rating, comment down below, letting me know what you guys thought of this episode. And I want to thank you guys for watching, and I'll see you guys later.